You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
You are now rocking.
We in here.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you may be. We thank you for being here with us.
Absolutely.
Y'all know who it's a purple and gold thing going on around here, and I don't know if I rock with it all the way, but my crown is purple and gold. You know what I'm saying? I got gold and purple lights around me. Got gold over here. Got purple. Yeah. We're gonna see about this one. This might not be the story that I want to tell, but otherwise, King Macmillan, the place to be. You already know what it is. I'm not by myself. Extremely gifted.
Yes. Jasmine Denise in the house.
Building Jasmine Denise. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm on one. On one. I think I'm on one every day though. It's a blessing.
Vibes is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
It's a power. It's a power within this room, and it's a power at this table. You know what I'm saying? And,
absolutely.
And when we bring in more and more power, we just get more powerful throughout the day.
That's it, and that's all.
And we got somebody special that we're gonna bring into the room. Well, she's already in the room, but you know what I'm saying. Gonna bring to the discussion.
A great supporter.
Yeah. Supporter, just author, host of our own podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Coordinator too.
So much,
everything.
So much
she
to
does
get
it
into.
all.
We're
Mother,
here to give.
Come on now.
Wife.
Come on.
As you can see, we got a story to tell. So the topic for today's episode is going to be called Urban Stories. You know what I'm saying? Urban Stories. We're going to get into it right after we hit the theme.
We hope you stay a while, 'cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, 'cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you're rocking with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. 'Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. 'Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. We hope you stay a while.
Yes, we hope you stay a while, because if you don't,
we'll take you to the party and make you get real drunk and then throw you in the trash can.
We're going to get you real goofy. We're going to get you goofy.
We're going to get you goofy.
Yeah. They're like, get goofy. That sounds like fun.
Man.
It is fun.
Come on now, y'all.
We got family. We got family in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Family at the table, family at the patio. It's going down. Going down. She is
long overdue.
She is a host. She is a mother. She is a wife. As you heard us say, we said it all. You know what I'm saying? Urban stories going down, and the teller of the story on today's episode of the Patio PolitiCz.
Come on now.
DD Hairston, what's going on?
Yeah. We got DD in the house.
How you feeling today?
Doing good.
How you feeling, DD?
I'm usually watching you guys.
I know, but now you here. How does it feel?
It feels good. It feels good.
I'm out of the comments and I'm at the patio.
I know. Right.
Look, reposting and sharing. We truly appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
All love. Thank you. You just brought an energy in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's with it? How do you carry yourself every day? Is it just like this?
Always.
Always?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I wake up every day.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
That's how I live it. I wake up every day. And blessed.
That part, yes.
Well,
I heard that, y'all.
I definitely receive it, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure. Here on the patio, of course you know how we kick things off. We got a series of questions, the 3 Ps that we ask each and every individual that comes and join us. So now it's your time to shine. Please inform us and let us know, what are your pleasures in life? What is your purpose in life? And what is your passion in life?
Yes.
Ooh. My pleasures, first, I love to read, so that's fun. My pleasure is my little grandson comes every Friday.
Aww.
family time.
And he's a joy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Keeps me on my toes. My passion, I really like to help other people. You know, I like to write my books and sell my books and give my books. And I give my books out to inmates. Any inmate, if you email me, my books are free to all the inmates. But I like other people getting their passions out and their books out. And I've helped a couple of people get their books out. And that's always fun. My last author came in at number 10.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
So that was exciting for him. So, and I help anyone edit their books, read their books. You know, I like to, people give me their books to proofread, and I do that. I edit people's books. I don't, you know, it's expensive, you know, for editing, and I try to help people get their books edited and not have to charge them. It's, trust me, I've had my books edited. So my passion is to help other people that I got done by the industry. So my passion is to help people not get done where I was done.
Same way, yeah.
Yes. So I do that. I have a publishing company, me and my sons, Lovely Unlimited. And if you come to me, I'm not going to charge your arm and a leg. I'm going to help you get your books out. I know how to format. So
I heard that, y'all. Y'all heard that.
You know, get at me. I'm not going to do you the way I was done.
Right.
I learned how to do it by myself, and I'll help you do it without the extraordinary charges.
With all the extras.
Oh, all the extra stuff. You already know that it's going to be
it's a lot.
Arm and a leg.
Without the treatment. Give you the treatment without the treatment.
And what was the other P?
Your purpose.
Purpose in life.
My purpose is to do unto others that wasn't done to me.
Come on
and
now.
to be anyone that knows me, my faith is, you know, my purpose is to make it to the kingdom.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That's
and to
real.
help anyone that doesn't know, you know, the truth and how to get there.
Come on
you know,
now.
I can't take you with me, but I definitely want to make it to the kingdom. I'm getting
that part right there.
I'm going to give you everything that I could possibly give you for you to be able to make
Absolutely.
it. But I'm going. I'm on my way.
I struggled in life a long time. I've lived. I always say I went to college with Moses and I played in the sandbox with Noah.
Man, come on now.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see, you know, the kingdom.
Oh, you definitely will. You definitely will. So tell the people for those who may not even know you and it's their first time meeting you, who is DD?
DD has been through a lot. My career ended abruptly. And I struggled in life. Like I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak. I lost the comprehension. And my mom was right by my side. Rest easy, Mom. Love y'all.
Rest in peace, Mom.
So she was like, you gotta get back on your feet. You gotta figure out where you're going in life. And so I started to try to read to get my understanding back. Right. You know, because I had a career going for me, and I got hurt. And like I was scared to do my own show because I stuttered. Like if I get nervous, I'll start to stutter.
Right.
And I can't get my words out. And my mind will think faster than my words.
Right.
And my mother was like, you got to figure out how to become a person again. So I started to read and try to understand what I was reading. And then she was like, I used to write. I won lots of poetry contests. I won awards at the library. That was my playground. I always say my sister was a librarian, my aunt was a librarian, and I used to spend a lot of time at the library. Yeah. So she was like, try to write, you know, get something on paper. Yeah. And I wrote my first book. I brought it for you guys. It's not out anymore. And then when I become a New York Times bestselling author, you guys will have my original copy.
Oh, thank you, DD. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And you will.
Yeah, and I wrote it, and I gave it to my sister. You know, the rough draft, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like books that I read." And it sat for a couple of years, and I had to learn how to get off medication because I was heavily medicated. Right. And my son was like, "What'd you ever do with that book?" And he said, "Mom, you should," because he was helping me. Like my son was my caregiver, and he said, you should submit that to a publishing house. I was like,
nobody gonna read this.
Nobody not gonna read this. It's just.
It was surprising. I sent it to a couple of people, and I got it back. 2 people, 2 publishers asked for the book. One told me to rewrite the first chapter. Like the first chapter has to grab you. The other, Leo Sullivan, which is non-existent anymore, he asked, and the Lord works in mysterious ways, because if I had gone with him, if he had asked for it first, Leo Sullivan got taken off Amazon. He was...
Oh, yeah, so it would have been bad for you.
It would have been bad for me, yes. Natavia, which I praise her. I only stayed with her for my first 3 books. And then she brought me in because she writes... she does like werewolves and she writes books like that, and she wanted someone new into her publishing company. So she really guided me, helped me a lot. So I give Natavia a lot of credit, and she published me. She got me out there. She taught me a lot on how to like get people's attention, how to really start a book, and I really appreciate her for what she did. But then she was like, I write. She dropped a lot of people. Wow. And I was kind of blessed that she did. The next publishing company I'm going to talk about. That was a learning experience. But she really taught me a lot and really got my foot in the door. And my next 2 books, she pushed me to write the next 2 books. Wow. And it really, I just thought I was going to be like one and done. And she's like, girl, this is about to be a series.
Yeah.
And it really got me into what I wanted to do. And it really, even though I couldn't talk really well, I could write and get everything out. And that was my first book. And it really was, it's about a really, really rich family, black family. And I always ask the question, if black people were as rich as white people, would you buy yourself out of trouble? And they learned that their dad, they thought the only secret was their dad had a child out of wedlock. And they realized, no, their dad did a lot of things. Yeah. And when he died, it all started to come out. So are you going to protect your dad's secrets the way that he did?
Wow.
And I always ask people, if you were generationally wealthy, like white people are, what would you do? And people's like, oh, I would never, not me. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would. That's a good question, too.
Yeah. And the book unravels, and then she realizes that her friends aren't her friends, and she's not who she thought she was, and her dad's not who they thought he was. So what do you do? And it ended up being, it really did well for me. The first release and the second release did even better. So I was like, wow, people really get it. And it was my first book to get nominated, not as a black author, as a fiction book.
Fiction book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to put it back out. I have to buy it back from my last publisher.
Okay, to be able to put it back out.
Right.
How does that work when you have a publishing deal?
And that's why I said I won't do this to anybody. When I signed the second deal, it was for also, I think it was 7 books. And when she said, I was like, I'm reading, like, make sure you get everything in writing, because I talked to her and I said, I'm reading this contract and it says that you own my books for 7 years. And she says, oh no, I don't own your books for 7 years. It's to protect you. And see, I really should have had that in writing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when I wanted to leave, my mom got sick and I wasn't putting my books out like she expected. My books were doing really well with her. And I wasn't putting my books out fast enough. I said, look, my mom is not doing well, and my mom was in the hospital. And she said, oh, okay, well then I'll just relieve you of your contract. Since you, wait, what?
Right.
Then my mom ended up passing away. And, I told her my mom died. But I was like, okay, relieve me of my contract. But she took every one of my books off of Amazon.
Wow.
So I ended up buying most of my books back and re-releasing them with new book covers, but I haven't gotten Love Child back yet. And I have to still, and then you have to realize that the book industry is like the music industry.
That's crazy.
My books. So I went and changed the book covers. I got all of them back except for the last 3, Love Child. And I won't say who it was.
Yeah. But you're going to get it back.
Oh, a lot of people. And it really hurt because like 6 of her authors left, her best-selling authors left, and they asked me to come with them to the new, and I was like, loyalty. I believe in loyalty.
Exactly.
And I stayed. And I guess you were so angry that's how you did me. I could have left and went with these other people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I didn't do it. And that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm going through things, and I didn't know, my mom wasn't like sick to where she was gonna die. She couldn't walk anymore, and she was, having issues with being able to walk.
Yeah.
And when she went to the hospital, it was to help her learn to walk again. She had gotten kind of heavy. My mom had the beginnings of Parkinson's, but nothing my mom laid down, went to sleep, and didn't wake up. It was a shock to all of us. So I was trying to, get my mom mobile again. So I it's like, okay, lady,
Yeah, that definitely is just a lot to have to endure, even in the midst of what you're going through for yourself health wise, and then with your mom. That's a whole process. And people, like you said, the book industry is just like the music industry, the film industry is just like it's the same.
Never thought.
I would have never thought that, but.
Yeah.
But apparently it is.
Yeah, there's so many things you find out once you sign. Like, I didn't go through that with Natavia. Like, her assistant was kind of mean. I was doing a book fair. I need to get my books, but that's, someone's personality.
Right.
But when I never would have got into another book deal. And I went with this lady because me and the lady that was dropped from Natavia, she had found it. She's like, "Oh, Dee, you should come over." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay,
I'm kind of silly. Okay. Yeah, but you learn a lot. And like I said, when I went independent with me and my sons started the publishing company, so no one would ever have to go through this, ever.
And how long have you been independent now?
2 years now. Yeah. So, I redid all my old books, and then I wrote Black Widow.
Oh, yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, Dee Dee doing her thing.
Yeah.
So to republish a book, all you had to do is change the cover, or you got to change a little bit of the story, or
no,
how does that work?
I copyrighted it under myself.
Okay.
And then I changed my covers.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
What's
and
the
then
purpose
I found
for
out
changing?
she didn't copyright the book.
Oh, so either way, somebody could have just took your book.
My whole book.
And they could have been put their name on it.
Yep, because when I went through copyright to see if it was hers, she had put that it was copywritten. So you didn't even do business well. So I had to go re-copyright my book. Because anyone could have taken the whole book.
Right.
And it's now theirs. And just changed the title.
That's terrible.
Yes.
I'm sorry that you even just have to endure that and just go through that. That's... People need to know for book authors. You out there, you want your book published and stuff. You really...
And that happened to someone. She was on Instagram. There's like the little literary tea. That's like the gossip rag for book authors. Someone took her whole book.
Wow.
Yeah, so copyright that book.
And it's like, how can you even fight that?
You can't.
You can't. You can't.
Where are all the paperwork? Where are the papers?
I mean,
typing.
You could because she had it up on Amazon, she could take her to court. But by the time you finish paying for all
that,
yeah, you ain't got nothing from it.
Yeah.
And you're still in debt.
Yeah.
To this very moment, how many books have you written? Not published, but how many have you written?
Ooh, about 15.
About 15?
16.
Okay.
And then I have notes on 2023 because I could think of a story, and then I have notepads all over my bed.
Oh, that's good. Your vision gonna come to life.
But I have 13 published.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And more in the making.
Oh yes, because I'm working on Sisters right now. I don't know if that's gonna be the title of the book, but it's about 4 sisters, and I only have one sister.
Oh.
So all my books are the main character about men because I have 5 brothers.
Yeah.
5 brothers, 5 sons.
Oh.
Wow. So I only really know the male aspect of me. I have one sister.
That is interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back with more of Dee Dee, y'all. Stay tuned, stay locked on the Patio PolitiCz.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Back on the Patio PolitiCz, y'all.
Got to get active back here.
Man, I see. How you feeling, DD?
Feeling good.
You feeling good?
Yes.
Man, DD, you left us on the man.
Telling stories. There's so many stories within your stories within the story.
Within the story, and it's definitely a lot. So, DD, won't you tell us about like how was it growing up in New York? Like that's one thing. Like DD been in LA so much, you thought she was from LA.
You transplant.
You know what I'm saying?
From New York.
That's what I felt.
Give me a year. You got one in you?
Come on.
No.
You heard me?
Yeah, year.
I
throw people out because I always wore Timberlands. They're like, what? Timbo's from?
So with them boots.
Yeah. I was born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, stand up.
So
come on now.
Sometimes I tell people I'm from New York. That's like, that's that weird accent. So my mom's Cuban. That's that weird accent.
Oh, so you get a double time. Like, oh, you got that weird. Okay, yeah. All right.
Super odd when you and then your dad always trying to break that accent. My dad had to break his accent coming to California. He brought us to California. I first came to California when I was 1. I went back to New York when I was 3. And then I spent and then my dad lived in Santa Monica. When my parents divorced, he moved to Santa Monica. But I kept going to New York living with my grandparents. So I spent my childhood. It's really weird because, I grew up with King Tila. And he was like, come to the door and he's like, she's gone. She didn't say bye.
Like, what?
He's like, I'm just leaving.
He's like, girl, you gave no notice, and I would come back. So I went to school in New York, and I went to school in California, and it's such a big difference. So when you come home to California, and they're like, remember that song, Upside Down, You Turn Me? So that's
how it was for you?
And I would, and then I would come home, and everything California is so much slower than New York.
Yeah.
So they're getting things that was old to me, and you guys are just getting that now. So I was, going back and forth. So the 3 years that I did spend consistently was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Then high school, I spent a year and a half in high school. Then I went back to New York. So it was a back and forth type of thing for me. So like the one thing I did get to experience though in California, which was my great tribute, is the Bataram. The first time the Bataram was used on my street.
Oh.
Just tore out the whole. That was the candy store. And as little kids, that's the candy store.
Yes, it's the candy store.
We love the candy store.
Yeah. We didn't know it was the
candy store.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, what they gonna do with all the light pops, man? What they doing down there?
The candy store.
Police about to take all the chocolate. No.
That was like the crazy, and you could hear it. It woke everyone up on the block. So, everyone's coming outside. Wow. It's like, what is this monstrosity? Yeah, so that I was home for that. Yeah, and I got to go. My dad was like, she going right back to New York. So I didn't even finish the school year.
So he sent you back.
Oh yeah.
Is both of your parents Cuban?
No, my dad is. He's black, but if you look at it, he looks like Smokey Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
say Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, we got it.
You like, wait, what? His grandmother. And my sons always, when they my one son, he's got the I always call him the angry man syndrome. What they did to our people. What? How do you know?
What did they do to our people?
Yeah, but I have to tell him, like, I can look at slavery because my grandmother had blonde hair and blue eyes. My great grandmother, because she touched slavery.
Right.
So I was like, I can tell you, but you.
Yeah.
He gets all like, I was like, okay, son. He's been reading.
Right. I'm telling you, in them books.
Oh yeah. I had my son on our podcast last Saturday, and I have been putting little clips up because him and his wife started Laugh Out Love, and their podcast. I was like, how did you do so well so fast? So I brought him on to promote their podcast. But when he starts talking, you kind of get proud, like, what did I do?
Right.
I'm so what have I created?
Yeah.
They're so smart. My one son that passed away when he was 19, and people looked at him like, you raised him? He's such a good kid. I was like, I know. How did I do that?
Yeah.
And it's just amazing when you look at your kids and like, oh, wow, I created that.
Is it because was everybody book readers?
No, the one that was on my podcast, he was tested like gifted, like amazingly smart. If you tell him something once, he'll never forget it, which is kind of creepy. Like, stop.
He
repeating.
got that good one.
Yeah.
Why
Ain't
you
never
still
gonna
remember
forget.
that?
I remember when you said this, Mama.
Yeah, but in school, he would just anger me. Like, if he got a C, that was a degree. Like, how are you
Can't
this
take that away.
smart?
Right.
And you don't try hard. But now he works really hard to like he reads, like if I need a scripture, like what was that scripture?
He knows.
Right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
That is definitely a gift.
He a genius. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he was smarter than my first son, which was the one that wanted to be a scientist. And then he heard rap music.
And he was like, I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Everything changed. Did his vocabulary change or did it stay the same?
No. I said, how did you turn from being like this little square kid to the big white T-shirts?
Oh.
He had his little hats, his little bandanas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He changed his name to Snook.
Oh, he flipped all the way around.
All the way. Like, but it was still like at work he could beat everybody at chess. It was like, because he's been playing since he was 3. But yeah, he was wicka. I was like, how did that happen? But he was still such a respectable kid.
Right.
At his funeral, they asked my cousin, was he famous? I said, yes, because look at all the people here. His spirit was so good, and he was such a good kid. Like, he was amazing. I still would look at him like, even to this day, I keep his picture on my phone. When people say, I don't think about it, every day I think about it.
Right.
He was amazing. Like this one little girl, she passed away at the job. We worked at the same job. And he stood in front of the job. He was like, how are your coworkers so cheap? I don't know. We make a lot of money. But he stood there till he raised the money for her mother to bury her. This is how this boy was amazing.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Man.
He was amazing. So, people's like, how are you not like devastated? Because I got 19 years.
Yeah. I got more than
Right.
y'all could ever see.
No, absolutely. And he's still with you at the end of the day.
He was amazing. We tell stories sometimes. He was funny too. Like the things that he did was, but he was amazing. I said he saved my life twice. One, I was anorexic and I got pregnant. Saved my life. And then in a car accident, when you're about to go under and I looked over and he was like, Mom, what are you doing? Bend down. We would have been decapitated. So I was like, and then when I had a bad custody fight, the look on his face was like, Mom, don't give up. So he was an amazing young man. So when they say, how do you not like go through a Great Depression, the Most High gave me 19 years.
Yeah.
An amazing kid. He wasn't a gangbanger.
Right.
He wasn't doing ridiculous things. He finished school early.
Oh yeah.
In the newspaper when they wrote the story about him, they wanted to put like, because it was a car accident. Some lady was driving too fast in the rain, and they drug test. They did a drug test on him, alcohol test. He had nothing in his system.
Yeah.
They in the newspaper wrote an amazing story when they went and talked to his teachers. They talked to his coworkers. They wrote an amazing story about him. What can you be angry with? So no, I'm not angry. I miss him.
Yeah.
But, other than that, no. And he was a great big brother too. So even his brothers, now they were like, man, I wish he was here.
Was he the oldest?
He was my oldest.
As a mother and having 5 boys and losing your oldest, how was that process for you when just, attempting to deal with that?
I didn't have the luxury to process that. I had 4 of the kids to raise, and they're all boys. So if you fall apart, they fall apart.
Right.
Because in the beginning it was hard for them. So if you're not a beacon of strength, they won't be, and you're raising men.
Yeah.
And their dad, when we got divorced, their dad kind of he had 4 of the wives after me. So you're that strength. Now he supported, he made sure his kids had. There was a check every month. So we lived in a great neighborhood because of that. He had a good job. And then I ended up getting a good job because I went to school while we were married. So you are that strength for them.
Right.
And if you crack, they crack. If you're weak, they're weak. So you have to toe the line.
Right.
So I didn't really get a chance to grieve my son and then I had a 5, he was in 1st grade.
Oh yeah, so
you busy every day.
Yeah.
There is no time. There, my daddy taught me. I lost my grandfather when I was 12, and he was the first reality check, and then my grandmother when I was 13, and he was that. Oh no, people are gonna leave you.
Right.
So when I started crying like a 3-year-old girl, someone stole her Barbie, he was like, oh no, and that was his father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and then his mother. So he had to teach me then people are going to leave you. So it took me time to really absorb the shock of, and my son was like he paid go pay the mortgage, go take this, go pick your little brother up from daycare, so it was a shock losing him. And then I had to go back to work, and we worked at the same job.
Oh, see, yeah. I know it, memories, thoughts, yeah.
So, you have
he with you all day, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to say you'll have your moments. And I did have my moment. It took a couple of years, and I had my moment where I got to sit down. My son had to finish school. He had to finish high school.
Right.
And I had another one that's 2 years behind. I had to get him through high school. So.
Do you feel like you were doing all this by yourself?
By myself.
How was it just being a single mom?
Yeah, I prayed for, when people say, most people run from, because my first husband was Mr. Christianity. And I went from being a 7-day Adventist to being a Christian. I went back to being a 7-day Adventist because Christianity is kind of strange to me. It just was different when you grew up a 7-day Adventist. And I left, when I got divorced, I left anything. I left my Bible. I left everything. Losing my son made me run right back to my knees. And it really, that's what got me through. Learning how to depend on the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And,
absolutely.
And then I prayed for stability. Like, I need you to give me some stability for these boys. And crazy thing, I got married a few years later.
Well,
hey, look,
you prayed for it.
And I kept chasing him away. Like, go away.
Yeah.
He I always called him Old Faithful because I don't like to run around, so that was Old Faithful.
Right.
He was just always there. Sorry.
I'm going to tell everybody my nickname.
He's like, oh, will you please stop telling everybody that? I don't lie. He really was Old
Faithful. You must be Old Faithful.
And that was his name in my phone, like Old Faithful.
Wow.
And I kept really trying to make him go away. I was mean to him. He was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
And we ended up getting married. Yeah.
That was the Most High.
What was that moment of change or transition into, I want you to stay now?
My son died. Yeah.
And you was tired of doing it by yourself.
Yeah. And you know how it was like, I don't need no man.
Come on now. Everybody needs somebody.
Yeah.
Need the Most High.
You get tired. I could build anything. I could change my own tire.
Right.
I could listen to my car and say, oh, it needs oil.
Yeah. No, right.
You get tired. And I finally just got tired. Like, my son's already went to him for stuff like, hey, can you tell my mom, can we go to this kickback?
It's like, hey, man, I look. Do me a favor real quick.
Right.
Yeah,
because I know that's just hard. Because who wants to do it by themselves?
And when women
they kill me when they say that. I can do it. I don't need no. No, you need somebody.
I don't know why.
You need somebody. Everybody needs somebody.
And
we're not meant to be alone.
We're not.
We weren't made that way.
We're not meant to be alone. If that's the case, you don't need the Most.
He gave him Eve.
Come on now.
That's how we started off. Like, come on.
Yeah.
We are not meant to be alone,
it's
y'all.
It's funny, my husband was at the doctor today, and the doctor said, can you call your wife? Because I wasn't there.
Like, she need to hear what's going on, man. You might not tell her the same way we about to tell you.
Right.
And it was funny because I guess he may have... I guess he said something. She was like, oh, she's here to help you. And I said, yeah, men with wives live longer. And she said, they do.
Come on now.
Keep me out of my own danger that I keep putting myself into. Like,
yeah, because, he went through a bad situation, and we keep you alive. So
that's real.
Yeah. Through my hard time, he was there. through his hard time, I was there.
Right.
So, and as I said, the Most High brought us together for a reason.
Yeah, and y'all kept each other like
15 years. We've been married 15 years.
Oh, wow.
That's a
man,
blessing.
come on now. We need
blessing.
more like that in this world.
Man.
Now it'd be like a year, 2 years,
If
3.
that.
You'd be like,
And
if
after
that,
3 years,
if
they're
that.
like, I'm done.
I'm done. It's like, what?
You and his this weekend, his parents 61 years.
Oh, wow. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
How long did you let him chase,
come on
or
now.
how long did you try to chase him away for?
Almost a year. And my mother, oh Lord rest her soul, she was like, you better stop because nobody wants you. I believe so, I tell you.
Mom's
She had a year. Mom was like,
girl, you got you, and you done did all
Come
that to
on
that
now.
man, and he's still around.
Stop.
But girl, you better let him marry you.
She's like, nobody wants you. I was like, Mom, everybody wants me. Maybe not in a way.
You see me, mama? Everybody want me.
I do that all the time. Have you seen me?
It's like,
Not
girl.
J-Lo or
Yeah, come on
Janet
now.
Jackson, but
It's like, girl, I got you, and I had you, and I barely want you.
I put up with you. You know, I'm a piece of work.
definitely.
I'm very blunt and straight to the point. I have to tell G-Lew all the time, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
G-Lew probably
Shout
like,
out
you
to
good.
G-Lew.
Shout out to G-Lew.
Hey.
Oh, wait, because I'll text him, and he'll have to call me like, come on, man. You have to say,
DD.
It's like, I ain't got no filter. You know this. You know what's going
it's been
on.
like, what, 5 years?
Man.
Man.
Always. But you know, my dad is an Army man. I was raised by an Army man, and if I tried to come to him like whining or being like a little girl, he was like, I can't hear you till
Like,
you man up.
You go back over there
Yeah.
and figure out what it is that you're trying to tell me. You come back over here and you tell me properly.
Absolutely.
So then get out my face.
Oh, yeah.
And
Them
then
Army mans ain't no joke.
5 brothers, 5 sons.
Oh, see, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's hold on to that, y'all. Let's take a quick break.
I can't.
Let's
I've
take a
never
quick
heard
break.
this from this side before.
That
Like,
5 and 5. Come
it's
on.
like
now.
I was raised around women. I was raised around nothing but dudes.
Come on now. So y'all,
Like, you got all the tricks and trades. That's
man,
what that
stay
is.
tuned on the Patio PolitiCz. We gonna pay some bills real quick, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Right back.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal, 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 heal.
Yes.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yes, we are
We
back.
rocking, we riding smooth on a lot of pebbles. I don't know how you do that, but we doing it. we making it happy, making it work.
You guys are so funny.
Urban Stories with DD Hairston, and she's definitely got stories to tell.
Stories to
She came in
tell.
here with a bag.
I did. I brought books
It's
for you
a
guys.
duffel bag full of books.
Man.
All for you guys. Except for
She
one.
came. Look, she came ready.
So except for one.
Well, only because I wrote in it, because, you know, I do my YouTube channel and I talk about my books.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that I ordered them all for you, but they haven't come yet, so I just took them off my bookshelf. So this is the one that I can't leave you because, you see, it's got highlights all in it. But this is my political porn I wrote when...
Political porn.
Y'all see that?
Yeah,
Yes.
my books are not small, but I wrote this when
Wow.
Sleepy Joe, number 45, and Sister Kamala were running for office, and I wrote it so that you know who. It's called Political Porn When Is Enough Enough, because I got so tired of hearing politics, and no one was telling you the truth.
Yeah, because there's no politics and truth.
Yep,
No?
that part right there.
And no one. They weren't telling the truth about Biden, about Kamala, or about number 45. And he was running again. He actually ended up losing. And he's running again now. Oh, my goodness. Go look for Project 2025 before you vote. Please. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Look at Project 2025.
Project 2025.
About Mr. 45, Mr. Donald Trump. But the one thing when I finished this book, it got bigger because I had to add in all of the civil rights that Mr. 45 when he was being what is it? The shows every day coming on TV talking about everything that he was doing. He wasn't telling you the civil rights that he was rolling back, and there's a lot in here.
Yeah, that book thick and
it is thick, and it got copywritten, and Amazon took it down like they wouldn't put it up. It was crazy. So it's I had to keep taking things out, but it was copywritten. Amazon is crazy.
It was too much. It was too much political porn.
It was too real.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a lot of stuff. You know, like
too much truth for them.
It was, and like I'm not.
Can't handle the truth.
I'm not. I talk about Biden. I talk about Obama. People get mad at me. I'm sorry, but all these politicians have something wrong with them. Every single politician.
Oh yeah.
And I'm an independent, so I'm gonna talk about all of them.
Yeah.
When you talk about Obama, people get mad.
They get offended.
Oh yeah.
You know
For the wrong
what he's
reasons.
done for us?
For the wrong reasons.
Like, calm down.
It's like,
He
do
didn't
you
walk on
know?
water.
Do you know what he's done?
And there are things that he did. Come on. But we're going to get off the politics.
Yeah.
And then I wrote this one. And it's crazy because I wrote this book because of Queen Jean.
Oh, wow.
My mom passed, and I could not find anything to get me back to finish Black Widow because I was in the middle of Black Widow when my mom passed away. And Queen was like, girl, write anything. What do you like? I like music. We'll use the music to inspire you to write anything.
Wow.
And I was crying when I saw G-Lew interviewing because she really got me through my mom's passing. If it wasn't getting through my and I talked to Queen that night. My son died on the 11th. My mom died on the 14th. I said, the Most High has a really funny sense of humor. Okay?
11 and 14.
And I said, Queen, I'm having this really strange feeling. I've never missed my son like this. This is crazy. He's been gone for a long time. And I'm talking to her, and, so we talked, and she got me through that. My mom passed the next morning.
Wow.
So my spirit was saying something not right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm trying to get through my mom, trying to come to grips, like my mom wasn't sick. She just couldn't walk. Okay. My mom checked herself out the hospital, like, I'm not staying here anymore.
Right.
She went back home and she wanted to die in her room. She had pictures all over the wall of her family. Like
in her comfort zone.
She wanted to be home.
In her comfort zone.
Yeah. So, and I said, I'm going to call. And I told her, I'm going to call my mom in the morning. That taught me stop procrastinating. Yeah. Stop procrastinating. So I was trying to find these juices. What do I do? So this book is because of Queen Jean.
Shout out to Queen Jean.
Yes.
We love you.
Yeah. You can't take anything away from someone that helps you get through the hardest time of your life. And like... My mom was the last person who raised me. That was the last person that took care of me. And that's when she was like, you gonna find something to inspire you to write. Right. And it's music. So every short story is about a song.
Oh, wow.
So that's, that was
Piece inspired.
Of me. Yeah. It's called A Piece of Me. That's my niece on the cover.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. My little brother's first daughter. Wow. So that really is a piece of me. So that book is dedicated to my mom because she was gone. But yeah, that's and like I said, you gotta embrace people that help you get through something.
Absolutely.
So that book is always gonna be because of Queen Jean. Yeah. So then this one is Ramsey's Rising 2. I'm trying to get through my books really quick.
You be writing.
I'm looking
at every book.
I'm like,
every book is thick.
Oh, I give you a story. Yeah, I give you something. So Ramsey's Rising and Ramsey's Rising 2. This one is, every book is inspired by something. So you got to be inspired by what you write. So this one is about family loyalty.
Okay.
And it's about three brothers and a cousin. And what made me, I thought about the relationship between my sons and their cousin. And I said, and it actually was going to be a boy cousin. And when I was talking to my son, I always brainstorm. He was like, you should make it a girl. And I knew when I wrote this book, somebody was going to die. Okay? Everybody dies in my books. My husband's like, you are sadistic.
Like, does everybody have to die there?
Does anybody survive? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
What's wrong with your head?
Kill everybody. But because they have to figure out how to put, their parents die in a car accident. He starts a restaurant. So the boy's parents die in a car accident, and her mother gets paralyzed in the accident. So they're the oldest brother, Slim, he's off to college. He comes home and he takes over the restaurant, and they have to build their family back together. But then you have to throw in something. Everything about books is reality. When somebody else passes away, how do they bridge? They're so close now.
Right.
So how do they bridge this family back together when they hit another tragedy? And the sad part is one family member causes the other family member's death. So then how do you bridge?
How do you bridge that?
How do you forgive?
Oof.
And how do you bridge
That's
that
deep.
family
You
back
bring
together?
conflicts.
Look, that's deep.
So, yeah, my niece was like, how do you come with these stories? Because she read the books and it's not about them.
Yeah. It's like, well, I can't, this ain't me. I'm not
so
the
people
character.
are like, is this about me? No, none of my books are about anybody.
Right.
They're just inspired by
They're
it.
just inspired by stories.
Yeah, because you have to have an emotional connection to the book or it's not going to seem real. So it is inspired by how close my sons are and how close they are with their cousins.
Right.
Because they all grew up like brother and sister. So that's what that one is inspired by. And it's really, everyone falls. And then these men, I have good men in my book. So there's always a love story, like the relationship. And then they get pulled back into the hood. Like their dad takes them out the hood. They get pulled back into the hood. And then there's a scene like they are like fighting for like they're pulling out weapons.
Oh, yeah.
The hood comes knocking at their door. They have to protect their stuff. That aunt she's in the window. They're like, who's shooting? Auntie, get out the window. She in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Get out the window. Yeah.
Let me see those.
Yeah, so that's a good story right there. That one everyone loves. And they're like, where's book 3? My promoter, I went back to my first promoter. She's like, why you haven't wrote book 3 out yet? Everyone asked for a book 3 to this one.
Fortune,
DD,
family,
you
and
doing-
fate.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to come out with a
You
book.
doing your thing. All these books.
Yeah.
You.
So then we have, this is the one I was writing when my mom passed. This is Black Widow 1 and 2. This one, it's the woman who thinks she's been done wrong. And she kind of goes crazy. But what she fails to realize is that the two men in this book, they've been friends since high school. They meet at Crenshaw High School. One's a football player. One's a small-time drug dealer. His dad is notorious from 60s. And all these books I always put in my little wrappers in here.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up with Tila, so in this book he's talking to Slim. He gives Slim some advice and how to. He's like, girl, I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to make an appearance when I make these movies.
Wow.
So I love MC8. That's like my next ex-husband. So he's
Not your next ex-husband.
I was just like, that's not funny. Because he actually knows him. He's like, that's not funny. Stop saying that.
That is not a joke.
He's like, I knew him when he was this big, so stop saying that. But he was trying to get famous. So this one, what she doesn't say is that when she's, and this is one of those, she sets up the father, the father gets shot, and she sets up the husband for shooting the father. So she does it, and they keep trying to catch her, and she keeps slipping away. Like, every time they think they catch her to get her arrested, she slips away. The moral of the story is, though, you slept with your husband's best friend. But now you're seeking vengeance on everybody because the husband doesn't want you and the best friend doesn't want you.
Oh, see? That's your fault.
So that's why it's Black Widow. You caused all these problems in your life.
Shoot.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this one is
okay.
Mad at you. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay, DD.
And then the husband ends up getting stabbed, and he ends up in the hospital. And he meets this little nurse he's fancy on. So and she's like, I don't want you. You got a wife you're not divorced from yet. So
Wow.
you got, and then the way that the person dies at the end of this book, my son was like, Mom, what is wrong with you? I said, that's a great way to die, though, right?
How long does it take you to write a book?
Right. Like, what's the writing process like and all that? Like, you have to be by yourself, secluded, or like...
Well, the funniest thing, I wrote that one listening to Frasier. I have Frasier on the TV.
Oh.
This one, I think How I Met Your Mother was playing in the background. It's always like some mundane, silly show. That's on. But my writing process, people think it's crazy. I have, if you go on my YouTube channel, How I Build Characters. I have that one playing right now. Also with some sneak peeks. And my YouTube channel talks about the books and sneak peeks and book reviews. I do book reviews. But I start with building my characters. I get to know every single character. how old they are, their birthday, what they like, what they don't like, where they went to school. I know my characters intimately before I start writing the book.
Right.
Then I plan out the book. Okay, who's gonna live? Who's gonna die?
That was first. Who's gonna live?
She
who's
doing a whole
die?
character breakdown.
Somebody has to die in my book because because G-Lew said, "Oh, that's why you kill everybody because you done lost so many people." I said, maybe that is, but people haven't died for murder, but I just like to kill people.
Your dad said somebody gotta go.
They got it. Oh wow!
Look,
gotta go.
Your dad said that.
That must have resonated.
So that's probably why every time in a book you know, like somebody gotta go.
Somebody has to go.
That's the reality of it.
And my mother she called me when I bring up the next book. Bring them back. Mom, this is not a telenovela. They are gone.
They're gone. That's it.
This not General Hospital.
Hey, this used to be my show.
Hers too.
It's like find a new character to love.
Oh, yeah,
all my children.
Yeah. No, when they gone,
I used to watch all Days of Our Lives on Channel 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. But because it's a part of life and you got to learn how to get through those moments. But sometimes when I kill people are like, thank goodness that one is gone.
Right.
They needed to go. But to create how people die in every book differently, you really got to have an imagination.
You've never repeated a death?
Nope. Every death.
And have you had multiple deaths in the book?
Yes.
Oh, you seen her face?
Like,
she's like, multiple.
Absolutely.
What?
Somebody.
I start scaring the husband. He's like,
I'm going to just watch you while you write your book. I'm all right.
The first one, he was like, okay. But as they start going, he's like, and every death, he's like, don't tell me no more. I'm not going to make you mad. No, but I guess when you can do it in your books, I guess it's something.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, you doing your thing, DD. Like for real.
Some deaths are sad. I just did this book. I just did the book review. Like I did the last sneak peek on this one, and I started crying while I'm doing I was like, this don't make no sense. I wrote this book. When I was writing it, I started crying.
Are you ever emotional through the writing process?
Yeah.
All the way through?
Because I fell in love with these people. I created them. I started writing about them. I even in the book, like I have a book husband. Like, ooh, this is my husband. I like him.
I like this character.
I started, get a little crush on him.
Yeah. That's how you know it's real.
Yeah, you invested.
And you really invested your time and talent in that. You giving your all.
I'll be like, this is my best friend.
Yeah.
I like her. But I say if you don't relate to the character, someone's not gonna like your book. In the book, they have to be like, when the female character, you're like, oh, this is like my sister, or this is my cousin, or this is my best friend. Like you have to relate to the character,
Absolutely.
or you have to fall in love. Because the men that read my books, they fall in love with the women. Yeah. Like, ooh, this could be my wife. And the women fall in love with the men. Like, I need to find me a man just like him. So you gotta make these characters relatable. When they're reading the books, you gotta fall in love with these characters, or someone's not gonna read your next book, or they're not gonna go to book 2. Yeah. So you really have to.
And that's something you have to do damn near instantly, I would say, because you want them to get to the next chapter.
If you don't catch them, like this book, when it first starts, there's a shooting. Who got shot? Who's dead? But you don't find out till the last book.
Wow.
So it starts off with who, and it's about twins. So which twin doesn't make it? But when you start the book, one of the twins gets shot. Does she live? Does she die? You don't know till the last book. Yeah. So that's how you keep them going. And this book, this is when you read the book, then you find out, I got mail in here. Why is it Capital One sending me? I was doing a book review and there was a picture of me in high school. I had to stop
use everything for a bookmark. Yep.
Hey, for real, we use everything. Shoot.
And I had to stop mid. I was like, this is funny. This is how you know. And I showed them, this is me in high school. How funny. I kind of look the same. But yeah, this is about 2 twins, Instagram queens, and they're trying to make it to 1 million followers. Make sure I don't give you guys like a real credit card. So, And their best friend that they met when they were younger, he's an Israelite. He was born, like I said, I was born a Seventh-day Adventist.
Right.
He was born an Israelite. So he's going through this book, and I like this book because it's a coming of age. His dad runs one of the biggest camps, and he's helping these girls become Instagram queens. So you know his daddy is not happy.
Right.
So he's trying to figure out what he wants to do in life. And he's in love with one of these twins. So you know his daddy is like, and one of the twins makes reference to this. She tells her mom, I don't know why she's chasing after him. She tells her boyfriend, he can't take her home to his daddy. So why is she following behind him? So he has to figure out, and it's such a tragic story. Like, does he wait too long to tell the twin how he feels? Is she the one that dies? Do they live happily ever after?
It's like you present so many questions.
Wow.
You gotta stay tuned to get these answers.
You gotta figure it out. Does he go back to his daddy? Does he live his own life? Does he figure out what he wants to do? You know, so this is, and I love this book because it really asks those questions. Because do you follow behind your daddy or do you live your own life? And he has to figure that out.
Oh, that's deep. You know, okay. Hold on, y'all.
Got a
We're going to go on a break real quick.
Trilogy. Stories.
Come on now. All these books.
Stories.
Yeah, we're going to get into it, y'all. We'll be right back on the Patio Politics.
Yeah.
Stay locked.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yes.
I feel like I'm listening to an audio book that I get to visually see tell the story at the same. Like, this is a different way of reading. I ain't got to look at no words. I just got to just look here and listen and just like, I am invested. Like, you got me. Tell me a story.
And you can come on my YouTube channel because I break the books down. Like, I do a sneak peek of my book. Yeah, I've been doing them for a minute. I'm finishing up Instagram Queens now because I kind of bounce around. I was like, I forgot I didn't finish Instagram Queens. So I'm putting up probably Sunday the first installment of book 3. They're all recorded. I just have to edit. I like to edit them, put little funny pictures in there. Yeah.
How was that whole process with just like the editing and just making sure everything is to the T?
Yeah. I'll edit my book myself and then I'll send it out to be edited to make sure I did, because I know what my book is supposed to say. Right. And I have 2 editing programs that I run it through. But I like for someone else to read it to make sure that it flows nicely. So that's how I do the editing process. Yes.
Turn any of these stories into movies.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to do Ramses Rising first. And then I really want to do Love Child, and I want to do Black Widow also. But that one, Ramses Rising, I really, really want to do.
Why that one?
Because it's a hood story, but not a super hood story. It's about that family dynamic and how to really get through life. Right. And it's been, besides Love Child, it's been the best received book that I've written. Yeah. So, and I have in A Piece of Me, I wrote a story to Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. And I have the script already for that one. So I want to record that and put it up on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So especially because it's Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. And I was supposed to record it last time G-Lew was out here, but we got way too busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that Hit 'Em Up one is really, I like that song. I like that story. And I did a short story on that one. So I'm planning on recording that one really soon. Yeah, to get up on YouTube. So
your mind is very fascinating. Like,
oh, thank you.
Just to be able to be in the lane of writing anything, in my opinion, your brain is just top notch because it takes a lot to be able to channel into those type of talents and then be able to find a way to get it out to where other people can enjoy it as well. It's just that's something rare.
Patience too, a lot of patience.
Yeah, because it'll take from start to finish anywhere from 2 to 3 months for me to get a book done because I write it and then I go back and I read it to fix any problems. Then I have to go through the editing and all that. So I like to give a good, like someone says I can get a book done in 30 days.
I was about to say, you said 2 to 3 months. I was thinking you was about to be like 6 months. It's going to take me,
yes. It took me a year to finish Black Widow.
Yeah. Have you ever not finished a book?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because I don't like the way it's going. And I'll put it to the side and come back to it.
So there's still stuff that you got to get back to is what you're saying.
Because it's not flowing like you want it to.
Right.
Okay.
If I don't feel like the characters are speaking to me, then I'll put it to the side. Because usually the way I say the book is going to go, once I start writing it, the characters say, nah, that's not what we do.
Yeah. So in that case, do you ever get like a writer's block or anything like that? Like how do you deal with coming back from that?
Ooh. I got stuck with Black Widow, the ending. The last 3, that's what took me so long. The last 3 chapters took me a
Doesn't that suck? I'm at the end.
You were thinking the beginning, okay, I'm getting a writer's block. I'm in the middle. You like at the end.
Or was it just, how do I want to end this?
It was, I don't know how to end this to where it ends. I don't believe in Skittles, rainbows, and fairy tales. So my book has to end like reality would end.
Right.
Because a lot of people, when you read the end of most people's books, everybody gets a happy ending. That doesn't happen in real life.
No, not in real life.
So I don't like my books to end like everybody got a great ending.
It's like, nah.
Yeah. Because that's not your reality at that.
No. Because I have 5 kids. And one will be doing really great right now, and the other one is not.
Right.
So that's not reality. So I don't like to write fairy tales. I know they're fiction. That's the only nonfiction book I wrote, but that's not real life.
But it's real stories, though. It's real life.
I want you to relate to my book. Like like I said, I cried when I was trying to finish Instagram Queens. I was like, I was gonna delete it, and I said no, I'm gonna let it rock because you gotta feel the emotion that I was feeling right in the book.
Yeah,
definitely. You got any favorite authors?
They're not famous. I don't read famous authors anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, I read independent authors now because nobody pays attention to independent authors.
Why do you think that's the case?
Because they're not. They have to do their own advertising. They have to go out and get you to know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like Storm Writer, and I like. She's gonna kill me. I have all her books. Everything she writes. That's how it always happens. Yeah, but I have a video that I put up my favorite I put like books that you should have on your shelf because they are I don't like to say black because black is a color and not a race. But people that look like me, you should really have them because everybody has the coldest winter.
Oh, yeah. That was my thing.
Yes.
I read it like 4 times.
Man, I love that.
So it tells you the books that you should have, and then some of the business books that I've read, and then I have the independent authors that I like. I have a book that I was about to read this weekend, but I really go and read independent authors just to support and to like, and I have my favorites. So, but Storm Writer, I really love her work. She's really good. And the last one of mine before I give you guys Love Child, because I already talked about it. This book was #1. This itty bitty book was a national best-selling book.
Wow.
Not under me, under the other.
Yeah, but it still was yours. It's still yours, so it's you.
That's you.
At the end of the day.
It was, but I don't put it on here because it wasn't under my label. But this book I wrote in a month.
How many pages?
It's so short.
That's the smallest book I didn't see.
Yeah, because everything else is like, it's thick.
99. I was so shocked. But this is a hood book. My mother read this book like, girl.
Oh, you...
It's happening. First page.
It's caught up in his world. And she's a nurse and he's a drug dealer. And he met her. He saw her at a club and was like, "Oh, you gonna be mine?" She's like, "No, I'm not."
Right.
She was. She ended up being it.
Oh my goodness.
Don't they always? They always, especially when you call your shot. Yeah, you gonna be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. And she does
They
her best
gotta
not
tap
to
into
be.
all this.
But yeah, it's a good little. It's a quick read. It's a short read. It was a short story that I wrote that ended up. Natavia told me I want to introduce you before I dropped the other book, and yeah, this will end up like selling like hotcakes.
Wow.
But this is a hood book. One was like, oh my gosh. So you like a ghetto read? This is the one.
That's the
I heard that.
And it's real quick.
That's the one.
Man.
But I wanted to introduce like the authors that I have put out. This one is one that came in at number 10 really quick. It's Blood Cousins. It's about how the LA War got started in the 80s.
Yeah.
Good read. I'm going to do a book review on this one. So that's Timothy Chereau. And then this is my other author, the very first one. He just got out of prison and I did his book. He's still in prison and I did his books. So, Birds of Feather, Curse of Katrina, really good book about the floods, and they ended up going to Atlanta and all the dirty deeds that they did, and they got caught. And then he did this one, Certified Gangster. He was in prison and got out of prison, and the things that he went through, trying to get his life together after getting out of prison. So,
congratulations to that.
So I like to help authors. So
Come on now, DD.
And you need some help, tap into me. I will help you. And I do my book covers. All the book covers I did myself.
These book covers, they dope, DD.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
I've done them all myself except for this one. I bought this one. So.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Y'all heard it yourself. Tap in with DD, y'all.
Hit me up. I do book covers, videos, editing, the whole thing. If you want a book done. I'm looking for an author to write teeny bopper books.
What's a teeny bopper book?
For little ones.
Oh, okay. I got you. Teeny bopper.
Like
okay.
junior high school. That is a niche that we need in our community.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
y'all heard that? Anybody out there, definitely tap in with DD.
And you don't have to pay me 70%.
Y'all heard that.
Don't do
So the
that.
process of somebody, okay, I have a book. I just wrote a book. I'm lying, but hypothetically speaking. I have a book and I want to get it published. What do I do in order to make that happen?
If you want to do it yourself, a lot of people do it themselves. One, please get an editor. These books that are not edited.
Proofreader.
Have somebody read your book and make sure it's worth getting done. I've read a lot of books that I don't get past the third chapter. So make sure it's a worthy book. And there's a lot of people out there. You just go on Facebook. A lot of people, I do that for a lot of authors, to read the book. Then make sure you get it edited. Okay? Then it has to be formatted to be able to go up on Amazon. And then start your Amazon, a KDP account, and then put it up on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really easy. That's why there's so many books out there.
Yeah.
If they're looking to get publishing, how does that go?
You can come to me, I will help you. Or there are so many, any book that you like this is Natavia. You can look up Natavia. I'm Lovely Unlimited. Everybody has a publishing company. If you're not independent, look up that publishing. And a lot of them, you can even say, just Google publishers and submit your book to them. That's what I did.
Oh, yeah. Y'all definitely make sure y'all
publishers.
Tap in, y'all. Tap in. DD, can you tell everybody where they could find you at?
I'm on Instagram, DD_Hairston, HAIRSTON. It's just hair and it's done. And I used to do hair.
Definitely tap in, y'all, with DD.
And then my YouTube.
I'm tapped in.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, my YouTube is easy. It's DD Hairston 100. And that's my YouTube. And the publishing is Lovely Unlimited. You can email. It's
I'm going to call you the book Nazi.
This is really sad when you got to look it up. Oh, beinglovely@gmail.com. And you can email me at ddhairston100@gmail.com. And this, I told you guys about Love Child already, what it was about. And then these are for you. Like I said, when I become a New York Times bestseller, you can say,
you are.
You have the original. This is the very first Love Child under Natavia. So
wow.
we have the original, the very first copies ever done.
Thank you, DD. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming out and sharing your story with us. We're grateful to have you. You know, it was long overdue, so we finally got you. So that was a blessing.
Anything writer for life.
You guys appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We see the love and we give it right back.
Absolutely.
Really.
I guess I know it's coming for sure.
Good.
I need to see her troubling life. Her troubling life is very entertaining. She ain't never catch no break that Eugene.
I was like, can she get one movie?
Man.
I just put her in the background just doing this.
We thank you so much for being here. We thank you so much for being here. You just brought so many characters. There's so many people in this room. There's so many people in this room.
Yes. Y'all tap into all these
such a lovely experience.
books. Like for real, you guys.
Yes, please. I'm on Amazon. Just plug in DD Hairston. I pop right up.
Yeah.
So
check it out, y'all.
Lovely Unlimited.
Yeah, you can even plug in Lovely Unlimited and all these books will pop up.
Man, these have been some urban stories. Indeed. We got a lot of urban stories to jump into. You know, you done finally made it here. We're going to keep you. We're going to keep you because you got to be on some other episodes, some other, it's a family thing. G-Lew, we're going to work it out. We're going to make sure that it happens.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? We're going to get it done.
G-Lew Show. Catch his YouTube. We have a lot of shows on the G-Lew Show. Just
definitely a lot.
And I love
every
you guys
Friday, Sunday, all that, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Friday, Sunday, Saturday. We usually have Tuesday. We're waiting for that one to come back.
Yeah.
But definitely don't miss Oldies Rule Forever. Oh, my show, Saturday, Conversation.
Saturdays. Yes.
And then Friday night interviews. You don't want to miss that.
Yes, indeed. Catch all the information in the ticker. Catch all the information in the links below. Tap that link. Get in tune. This has been a very, 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 very literal. I don't know if that's a word, but if it ain't, I just made one up and I'm proud of it. It's been a very literal episode of the Patio PolitiCz. But I have been King Mac Millie. I can't what? And yet he let your girlfriend slob on his knob. She saw it.
Oh yeah, they get tea.
It's your girl Jasmine Denise Mac back there.
King Mac Millie, DD Hairston.
The right page, huh?
Ooh my.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Patio PolitiCz and shout out to all of our sponsors. We appreciate you guys and thank you guys for tuning in every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Keep the comments and the conversation going in the comment section. You already know what it is. It's the Patio PolitiCz.
I talk to the
TV. And we out like...
We don't do trends, we trendsetters.